Hello, BookTube. I still haven't checked to see what mail haul we're on, but I figure, why not for this week just do as many mail hauls as we can? I did a mail haul earlier today, and then just recently I was taking little Fraulein out for another stroll so that she could scream at people coming home from work. These poor people, they have their briefcases, they have the hangdog expression that comes from sitting in a cubicle all day long. All I want to do is get home, take a shower, kick back, have some food, see the loved one, maybe watch something on Netflix, and recuperate from the day. But before they get there, before they get to that promised land, they've got to be accosted by this furious little Wolverine that is screaming and growling at them for them to stop, drop everything, and cuddle with her. She'll stand on their leg going, and they're supposed to stop everything and pet her until she sees someone else, and then she'll dismiss them completely and go running, screaming up to the next person. I feel sorry for them, but I shouldn't, I guess, because we have quite a few regulars now. People who I've heard from so many of those people that when they're leaving work, they're actually thinking, I hope that the timing is right and I meet Frida. So I guess if they're not complaining, I'm not going to complain. But when I took her out, I noticed there were a couple more packages, 2 more mail packages. So we'll take a look at those. No reason why this has to be a 30-minute video. We'll see what these are and whether or not there's anything squeal-worthy. Okay, so the first one is from Grey Wolf Press, very brainy press, very, very smart editorial choices, quite a few of them whiff straight over Steve's head. And this is Children of God by Lars Petter Sveen, translated from the Norwegian by Guy Puzy. This is due in October. Lars Petter Sveen. Some of you are going to correct that, I'm sure. I'd love to hear it. Love to hear how that's done. His book, Children of God, recounts the lives of people on the margins of the New Testament. Thieves, Roman soldiers, prostitutes, lepers, healers, and the occasional disciple all get a chance to speak. I love it. Absolutely love it. With language free of judgment and moralizing, the author covers familiar ground in unusual ways. A group of soldiers are tasked with carrying out King Herod's edict to slaughter the young male children in Bethlehem, but waver in their resolve. A group of thieves on the road to Jericho encounter no good Samaritan but themselves. A boy healed of his stutter will later regress. A woman searching for her lover from beyond the grave cannot find solace. At crucial moments, an old blind man appears, urging the characters to give in to their darker impulses. Children of God was a bestseller in Norway. Those of you who are in Norway, yes, where it won the Per Olav Enquist Literary Prize and garnered ecstatic reviews. And here it is translated into English. Okay, this is the first of the author's books to be translated into English. It's Children of God, biblical historical fiction, fantastic. I love that sort of thing. So, and I've also written that sort of thing. Comes no surprise to any of you. One of my NaNoWriMo outings was Teen Jesus, where I take Jesus between, in the lost years, Jesus between the childhood narrative and when he appears to start his ministry. Especially Jesus is a teenage boy, and I mix the fact that he's a hormonal teenage boy with the fact that he's also the son of the ruler of the universe, and I had a great time. great time doing Teen Jesus. Anyway, let's see what this next one is, and then we'll be done. We don't have this. Doesn't have to be a huge video. Oh, fantastic. Okay, I mentioned this. I mentioned this already, and here it is. So I get to show it to you. This comes out in October. And this is Oliver Kaplan's new translation of the Oresteia of Aeschylus. That's what it's going to look like. This is just a new Oresteia. When the Oresteia was first performed in 5th century BCE Athens, it resoundingly won the first prize in the city's acclaimed drama festival. Now, with Oliver Kaplan's groundbreaking new translation of this essential text, Aeschylus's play gains new life that will ensure an enduring legacy as a foundational classic for generations to come. The most acclaimed plays and the only enduring trilogy by ancient Greek tragedy and Aeschylus, the Oresteia centers on the dysfunctional family of one of the most complicated heroes of the Trojan War, Agamemnon. Returning to his seat of power in Argos after the trials of the war, Agamemnon is welcomed by his wife Clytemnestra, who in turn murders him in enraged vengeance by stabbing him in the bath for having sacrificially killed his daughter in the war's early stages. Although her motivation is a little more complex than that. But he kills Iphigenia in order to get a faithful breeze for his sailing ships. Or does he kill her? The ancient Greeks were perfectly happy with retconning. A couple of them said, no, it was just a duplicate made by the gods. It was an android that he killed. The real Iphigenia lived. Even for its ancient roots, the Oresteia is pressingly relevant today, from its consideration on the nature of justice and punishment to highlighting the tensions in balancing the fealty owed to one's family and to one's broader community. Well, okay, all right, slow down there, Seymour. Okay, it's the Oresteia. It doesn't need you to make it relevant to 2018. It's the story of a wife who kills her husband and a son who is then duty-bound to kill his mother, even though he knows he'll be tormented by the Furies forever for having committed that horrible crime. That doesn't have a whole lot of relevance to 2018. It doesn't need it. But anyway, I've mentioned on this channel a couple of times in the last few months how little activity there's been on the classics front of new books in 2018. So this is great. This is a new translation. I'm gonna wait until October to dip into it, but I'm very glad that it'll get reviewed everywhere. We'll get people talking about the Oresteia again. That's fantastic. The Oresteia has had some wonderful translations, so this is not a case like that where it's filling in a gap. But anyway, so those are our two books for today. We have a new translation of the Oresteia coming out in October, and then in November, was this November? No, also October, we have Children of God. The first ever English language translation by Lars Peter Sveen. Biblical fiction. Also ran characters getting their own stories. So not bad as a pair of books go. So, and that is it for mail for today. I am reasonably sure. So we'll convene with the mail hauling tomorrow. Thank you, BookTube.